I got a chance.
Opportunity, promotion, blah, blah. You know, those are just words.
Words. All I have to offer is words. Just words.
Nobody cares.
Oh, no. Nobody cares.
What's going on, my beautiful people? Shit, I just cut down the intro song short, but it's okay. I meant to hit the applause button. That shit fucked up really quick.
It happens.
It's because I'm really hyped today. Today is Saturday, right?
Saturday.
Shit, man, I've been doing this thing where I wake up now every day at 2 in the morning.
Whoa.
So I can be in my office side editing work by 4 in the morning, and so because I still run on Dominican time, no matter what.
No matter what.
Like literally, it's from my bedroom to the other side of the apartment. Still late. So I tell myself 2 a.m. and by the time I've had my cafecito and I've calentando los motores, I've rubbed up the motors and I'm chilling and I'm like, all right, then I can finally sit. At 4 a.m., nobody's fucking with me. You know what I mean? There's no spam callers. There's nobody texting me. Nobody's sending me the fucking WhatsApp messages with the You know, you look at the video and then you get bagged. And you're always looking at it with a doña and you get that fucking porno screen. So none of that is happening in my life between the hours of 4 a.m. and 8 a.m. And I found a new type of serenity. So I've gotten so much done this morning that I'm like, holy shit, it's still Saturday.
What time are you going to sleep?
So that's the thing. So
out so early.
Now I'm crashing like at a cool like 9, 10.
Oh, fuck.
And that's like new for me in my life.
Yeah,
I've like never done that.
Yeah.
You would give me shit for passing out before midnight.
Yo, it hurt my soul.
Or midnight.
Like the other night when I said, yo, babe, I got to go to bed.
Like you were
I
trying.
could hear in his voice. He's like, I think it's time. Like, just go to bed.
Yeah, I felt like such an old person. But anyways, all that to say, my name is Ron Kane. What's going on? I hope everybody is having a beautiful day. And if you didn't know, now you should by now know who we got on deck. My main man, my brother Dre Drizzle.
What's going on? What's good? What's happening? Happy to be here on a rainy Saturday.
It is raining.
It is. It's gray outside.
Yeah, it's great.
It's gray. It is. It's dark. All right. And that's another thing that kind of threw me off today too. Yeah. It's been dark.
It's been dark all day. You have seen no sun.
Like every once in a while, I would take a peek out the window and I'm like, oh, mira, beautiful sunrise. And then I go right back to work.
Gotta take a moment to appreciate it.
Gotta put in that work.
You got any new mantras for me this week?
No mantras this week. I've been busy this week, man. I didn't order my contacts.
Come on, oh, is that why you're wearing glasses?
That's why I'm wearing glasses, bro. You know.
Oh, man.
And I was seeing my man Perullo's IG. He was talking about, you know, professionalism.
What do you think, the glasses are not professional?
I don't know.
You look more professional with the glasses?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. It's one of those days. It's raining outside. And I try to put my contacts on, but the shit is like already worn out. You see, like that last underwear you have before laundry.
No.
I try to make it work. It did not work. But I have to throw the glasses on.
I don't know what contacts look like in that context of the underwear analogy, but fuck.
Yeah, they don't look bad, but when I put them on, you can't really.
Blurry
as fuck. Yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
No, it's not good. Like, nah, I gotta order my shit. So.
Well, all right, we'll get on that. Hey, you know what we'll try to do? We'll get you a contact sponsor. There you go. That's another form of blowing up.
By all means.
And that other lovely voice that you hear, as always, the lovely, the honorable, lovely Lady H.
Thank you. Can I get the volume turned down just a little bit too, please? Thank you. On my headphones. Yeah. I'm like not gauging it today.
Oh, okay, my bad. You know, I just realized because I've been turning down our guest headphones.
Oh, wow.
He was like, what are you saying? Turn it up. Right there.
Yeah, so I didn't touch yours at all.
That's why I was like, this is so loud.
Wait, can you put mine back to where it was? To where you thought hers was, yeah.
That's why I was like, it's still loud. Can you put mine up just a little bit? Up,
down now.
Down now.
Still down
okay.
for me.
Okay, everybody good now?
We're spot on.
Fuck.
Thank you.
Me, yeah.
Okay, sound check went to shit now.
Oh, shit.
We're good now.
You got to label
I'm
them.
great.
Yeah. No,
Gotta
the thing
label
is that
them.
normally I sit a little higher, but because I'm not trying to block the view,
Shit.
I see.
Eye level.
it's like, you got to do one of these.
Yeah.
But I should probably work on. Well, I'll add it to the motherfucking list.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
How are you doing today, my lovely lady?
I'm great. I'm happy to be here as always, and but I'm coming off of feeling frustrated at the end of the week for reasons I've shared with you about gatekeeping and whatnot. So I'm happy to be in this space where we are always reinvigorated by the end of it, and it is a reminder to stick to my guns.
There you go.
To stick to my guns and not waver on, like, but what if they don't let me in?
That shit is real, man.
Yeah, yeah.
These motherfuckers do not want to open that door.
For real.
And when they do, it's like for a very short amount of time, and they make sure you're not prepared.
Yeah, make sure you just peek in that motherfucker. Just peek in there.
Yo, deadline's next week. Be ready.
Yeah.
Give me a whole fucking
Yeah.
presentation.
They won't even do that. I'm like, yeah, I got a deck ready. I'm ready to go.
That sounds like a personal story you got over there.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you want to talk about it.
Yeah,
But,
I mean, I'm happy to share. I mean, I could share later into the episode or not.
oh yeah, okay, absolutely. So,
Yeah.
but I'm glad to know that you're happy coming into our living room. No,
Always. I love walking around our house. I love it.
it's like, oh yeah, this is great.
We have a beautiful home in every space. It's nice to walk into.
Yo, who we got on deck today is someone that I'm really, really excited about having on board. I've been wanting to ask this person to join our show for a while, but I was like, fuck, I'm not prepared yet. I need to get this ready. I need to get that ready because, yo, the first time, quick story before I even introduce who the fuck you are, and I'll keep everybody guessing. But just to give a little bit of context of who this person is, the first time I saw him, it was at a Samsung event. And I was invited by a mutual friend. Well, actually, I don't know if you know him, but a really cool podcast from New York Dose. I was invited by Adalloso. And she was like, yo, Ron, go check this event. I'll see you. We'll go there and network. I'm like, batato, bang, right? We're going to rock. Yo, she hit me with she couldn't make it. And I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
So I have these problems where I'm like, fuck, how do I interact with people I don't know?
How maneuver. How maneuver through the crowd.
I'm like, shit, I keep making that because everybody's there. Is look, you know, they came out of work, they're looking mad
That's so
corporate,
cool.
professional, and everybody's cool. And I'm like,
That shit's nerve-wracking.
so.
It is.
Yeah, it's
It's awkward
nerve-wracking.
as fuck. Yeah.
You want to go get a drink?
So I go get a fucking beer. That's all they offered at this place. I was so tight. It's a beer or a fucking sangria, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want this watered down sangria.
It barely got fruits in it.
It had no fruit.
So of course I take the beer, but by the time you take the beer, that shit fucks with your whole psyche and your insecurities. I'm like, oh, I'm bloated now. There's layers to this shit. Well, all that to say that when you came on to the stage as the main host, because you were hosting your own podcast at the space, and you walked onto the stage looking like motherfucking Superman. Yo, I kid you not, bro.
Truly, truly.
Oh, shit.
You have a presence.
Yo, the light was hitting this motherfucking the right way. The chest was all out.
Beer glistening.
Yo, my man. It was crazy. It was crazy. I was like, holy shit. Who is this guy? And the man starts dropping big words like professionalism and the workplace and authenticity and knowing who you are. And I was like, hold up. This nigga is talking about code switching in public. Like, what the fuck is happening right now? You know, we don't talk about that because we can't. Our Latinidad is only held behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? We don't talk about this. And this man is on stage talking
Saying
about
this
this
shit.
shit. Like,
In
this
the
is-
meatpacking district.
And the dude that introduced him,
Oh, that shit was so whack.
Oh my God. They were so boring.
the dude that introduced him was the epitome of what it is.
Code Switch NBA All-Star over there.
The epitome of what it is to fucking assimilate.
Yeah.
He was like, I thought the brother was white. It turned out he was some sort of Latino, and I was just like, yo, it threw my whole game off. I was like, yo, my radar was fucked up.
Yo, you know they do that. Like, it's not even just him. They do that for every event that they host there.
Yeah.
And they rotate people that work at Samsung to read the fucking teleprompter.
Oh, wow.
Because that's what they doing too. They was reading the fucking teleprompter.
Just like random
damn.
staff or dedicated staff to the events there.
Nah, just like talking about Samsung and
Yeah, just random staff from
Yeah,
Samsung.
yeah.
Okay.
Like, huh.
And that's the person that introduces the people performing all the time?
Every time.
Oh, they're
shit.
so
Yo,
boring.
horrible.
Horrible delivery.
It was like 20 minutes of shit. I was like, yo, what are we doing here?
20 minutes?
No, I
what
only
it
know
felt
that
like.
because their teleprompter, like their
set
thing set to it. And I was just like, yo. But I ain't gonna talk bad about Samsung. I'm just saying get a better fucking team to
do that.
do the presentation
Yeah, better
or hire
promoter.
some real Latinos. Like,
Right, yeah.
Just don't do it.
Yeah.
or just don't do it.
I just don't do it.
All that to say, who we got on deck is my brother from the podcast Plurawl, right?
Yeah, plural.
Because so the way I read it is plural. I thought it was plural,
Yeah.
but with the little twist and twang of it's raw, plural, and like that. That was my understanding of it.
Yeah.
So that's why I said plural, but which means plural, plural. And who you just heard and who you've been hearing on deck, our brother Pabel.
What's up, y'all? Dímelo, mi gente. Pleasure being here. Pleasure.
Yeah, man. So all that to say, it was absolute inspiration to see you up there, not only speaking and sharing, but most importantly, killing it. Because after that presentation from the people that introduced you, I was like, oh shit. We're fucked. We're fucked. It's gonna be a long performance.
You want more beer?
I was like, and then on top of that, right? There were these two girls sitting in front of us, and another young lady comes out of nowhere and is like, hey, would you mind saving a seat for me? And the energy of the two young ladies that were already sitting was like a little bit standoffish. They're like, why? But they didn't say that, but their body language was like, why? And the young lady that was asking to save my seat turns and says to him, I'm the one that organized all this and put this entire thing together. Would you do me the favor and save me the seat? And the girl's like, oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And little did I know, then I came to learn because she came up on stage. It was a young lady, and I believe she's your partner in Plural, Samara.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, this is about to get real.
I didn't even know about that.
So I was like, let them know who the fuck organized this shit, not once, but twice, and did the little hand gesture. I did all of this.
You are here because of me.
So save my motherfucking seat. Fuck wrong with you?
And I was like, ooh.
Damn.
So
That's a good way to shut somebody down.
yo, my man, I was like,
I can't wait to clip that and send it to her. 'Cause I didn't know about that moment. That's fire.
I mean, I'd be
is
curious
pretty
to see
good.
if she remembers
That's
that.
bossed up for real. That's bossed
We
up.
were just behind them witnessing the whole thing. We're like,
wow.
I was like, ooh.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So after I saw that, I was like, I guess I would try to talk to her. I could engage her personality, like if she was nice.
¿Cómo se dice? Not a bitch.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, so is she gonna be one of those? But I did catch up with her, and because she was busy, as she said, organizing everything. And I was like, hey, I would love to chat with you. Can I get your Instagram? And she was like, yeah, sure. And then just said, hey, remember me? And she did. I was like, I don't know if she really did, but she claimed she did. So I was like, all right, what's
That's
up?
cool.
But all that to say that the following day, crossed paths with you at another event.
That's right.
At a Viernes social at the Chophouse. Matter of fact, I believe you came with me.
You did.
But you
Oh,
bounced.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
The clothing store.
At the clothing store.
Yeah, got it.
And my goal at the time was to just chop it up with you really quick.
At the Chophouse.
At the Chophouse. See what you did there?
That's a good one.
And I didn't know how to start the motherfucking conversation because I'm like, what do I say to Superman that was just on stage?
I think that's super bad. You seem like such a social guy, though.
Right?
He usually is.
He
How-
makes
how-
it look so easy. And I'm the one that feels like I don't know what to talk. Like I don't know how to start conversations with people. But you do it all the time.
It's one of those things where I'm like, ¿y qué yo digo ahora? But
But you actually follow through.
Like, you would have left.
I'm still stuck in like, and now what?
And just like before the show, I asked you back then, like really briefly, I was like, hey man, you know, I shared with you, I didn't ask you, I shared with you, what you discussed on stage was really cool. A lot of people like us in our positions tend to gatekeep a lot of shit because they feel like there's only room for one person of our culture, our color, whatever, to be at the table.
Yeah.
You said, nah, I'm an open book. And just like you said it before, you know, I always ask people, what don't you want to talk about? And you're like, nah, I'm an open book. So I applaud that, brother.
Yes.
Because even so much so on your most recent LinkedIn post, I do check out your LinkedIn. And then I urge everybody to make that shift from Instagram to LinkedIn
Really?
if you want to be more professional.
Okay.
Yo, LinkedIn is one of my most popular platforms.
Really?
Way better than Instagram. For
Yeah?
organic reach, yo, you could talk about
Interesting.
anything on LinkedIn. It doesn't have to be anything professional.
Huh, I
quote,
didn't
unquote.
know that. I didn't
Yeah.
know they've evolved into that space.
Oh, yeah.
Oh wow.
All
thing-
of my posts get way more views on LinkedIn than sometimes even TikTok.
Really?
Oh wow.
The only post that I've ever had to hit over 1 million views was on LinkedIn.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I had like
shit.
3 to 4 million views.
I gotta update my
Damn.
LinkedIn. I got a photo from like 15 years ago on there. Me like really chipper, like
Chipper.
I gotta sign up to LinkedIn.
pretty
I got a
terrible.
LinkedIn. I
Gotta
didn't even
update
know it was
that.
popping like that.
It's
My
popping.
man said 3 to 4 million views.
Man, word up.
that's crazy.
I'm trying to get 1,000.
You know, like,
Yeah. 3 or 4 million.
Jesus. Yeah, the other day I got an email from YouTube saying, congratulations, you reached 25 subscribers.
that's great. Milestone.
I was like, oh yeah, I guess I'll apply.
We'll take that.
I'm excited. I'll take it. I'll take it.
That was one post, to be fair. That was one post that went viral.
So all that to say, and all that to ask, what was your initial drive and inspiration to take that leap, to openly have these type of conversations and create a platform? Because you, in essence, created a platform
Yeah.
to talk about this. What made you take that leap? And like, yo, you were like, I'm tired of Richard getting way more pay than me. Fuck this bullshit. Like, yo, hey, Pabel over here. Because, you know, you're in Whitelandia. You gotta say Pabel.
Whitelandia.
You're like, yo, I've been working way harder than Richard. Richard is
Richard,
fake,
yeah.
people, just in
Yeah.
case.
There is no Richard.
Oh, you mean Dick?
Dick. Oh, yeah, because, you
Yes,
know,
Richards are
It's
dicks.
short.
for
Yes.
Yeah.
Dick. I mean, Dick is short for Richard.
I don't know how that goes, but
Because in English time, back in old timey English, they would change. They found it fun to change the first name, the first letter of the name. So
Really?
if rather than it being Rich, they'll be like, oh, Dick. So they just call it and, like Bill. Bill is William, right?
Right.
Right.
They just changed the W.
And they call it. So they just like, oh, it's fun. Hey, Bill.
That's so
weird as
funny.
I did not know that shit.
So you would
There
be
you go.
like Ronald Don?
Yeah, I think so. Some shit like that. So
It is
it's
Don.
It Don. So Ron is
Don
Don.
is short for Ronald.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So
shit.
it's just for fun's sake. There's no science behind it.
They were just fucking around. Yeah.
Like, hey, Rich. No, you know what? I'm gonna call you Dick.
That shit stuck. Damn.
Will, I'm gonna call you Bill. Or William, I'll call you Bill. Yeah,
crazy.
that's it. My bad. Super sidetrack.
Yeah. Anyway, fun facts.
But fucking Dick over here getting a higher pay than Pabel. What is the problem? No.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up like in like many of us being made to believe that like there are certain things that we shouldn't do, but I think it's always aligned to like older white men, right? And for me, it was growing up like there was some things that my grandfather told me. He was like, "Have you ever seen a president with a beard, a tattoo, a do-rag, an earring?" To this day, I don't have my ears pierced because of that. You feel me?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And there were unspoken things like I saw my mom straighten her hair every morning to the point now it doesn't curl anymore, right? So like. I was like assimilating and code switching. Yeah. To every point in my life until I had a breaking point when I was working at Facebook. And that's when I decided to like, yo, I gotta stop faking it. I gotta start being myself. So
What do you mind me asking? What was the breaking point?
yeah. I mean, Facebook for me was my dream job. Like I've always wanted to work there. So when I got there, I was like, yo, I'm doing whatever it takes. I'm staying here.
Yeah.
And I was faking it up until that point, but it got like to another level when I was at Facebook because I was in sales. So I wasn't just faking it from 9 to 5. I was doing it from 5 to 9 because you take these motherfuckers out to dinners and clubs and bars, Beyonce concerts, all that shit, right? So
Ese trabajito está bueno.
Coño.
it's kind of fire. It's kind of fire.
Coño. Beyonce concerts, dinners.
It's like, coño, maybe
That is a dream job.
Do I want to go back?
But the thing is, like, you got to think about the conversations that I'm having, right? So instead of when they ask me about my weekend, I'm not gonna be like, yo, I was in Dykeman smoking hookah, potentially dry
You're gonna
humping
be
my
like,
girlfriend.
smoking what?
Yeah.
Where?
Hookah.
Exactly.
Smoking charcoal.
That sounds so exotic. Oh my god.
Tell me more.
So instead of that, I would like legit study white popular culture, so I could actually have something to talk about. So I would like
Right.
binge watch shows like Riverdale,
Oh, what?
like 3 seasons of that shit.
What is that?
So
show?
you was
Wait.
faking it to the max, man.
Yo,
Yeah.
that's next level.
That's homework.
Because that's how you get promotion. You gotta,
Yeah. Nah,
Oh,
You
because
gotta be
you
able
gotta
to shoot
relate
the
to these
shit.
motherfuckers.
You gotta
You
relate
gotta shoot the
to
shit
them,
with
yeah.
them. With dick. You gotta shoot the shit
You
with
gotta
dick.
shoot the shit with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Damn,
Riverdale,
bro.
fuck.
That's a drive that I'm impressed about.
That shit would make your motherfucker break.
What is Riverdale?
Riverdale. Big
Riverdale.
It's Archie, but they can modern daytime Archie
For
on like
real?
it's
Oh,
a
I
show
didn't
on
know that.
WB, I think, right?
WB, that makes
Nah,
sense.
no,
CW.
it was on Netflix
CW.
at the time. Yeah.
What was it?
It was on Netflix at the time.
Oh,
So
but I think yeah,
it probably started. Yeah.
maybe I don't know. Maybe I got my white shows fucked up. I don't. It's hard to keep track of.
How far did you make it into Riverdale?
Probably like 3 seasons.
How many seasons are there?
I don't know.
How many episodes in
I
the
had to
season?
give up, but I knew everything. Like I knew when the
Yeah.
next one was coming out. I knew the
Okay.
character
How
development.
you pick the
Wow.
show? Because they were
were
talking about it.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Because I would be
wow.
like, oh, like I was watching Insecure the other day, end of conversation. You feel me? Like, so if I want to continue conversation, go to relationships with people, I'm gonna start watching Riverdale.
Yeah, nah, it makes sense though.
I'm
It
like,
makes
oh,
sense, though.
you Bruce Springsteen cover? Oh, you know what? Let me start listening to
Oh my
Bruce.
god.
You know what
Let
I
me
mean?
start listening to Bruce Springsteen.
Yo, the worst is going to karaoke nights with them.
Oh my god, I
Yo,
hate that.
they're singing, "Take Me Home."
Oh,
Country.
Caroline.
Yeah.
All that shit.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here.
Yo, I don't know why white people love karaoke.
Yo,
They love it. They love it. Asian people too. They fucking
that's
love
I love
that
karaoke.
shit.
There's a
They
nice
love
like
that
speakeasy
shit.
karaoke bar that we've been wanting to go back
but because you're in theater,
to. I'm in theater. Yes. Yes, it is different.
So you felt like you was living two
But there's
different
a bunch of white
lives.
people there too. Anyways.
Oh, 100%.
Like going to
bro.
Dykeman, smoking hookah, and
Oh my God.
and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To fuck, I gotta go to work, and now I gotta talk about Riverdale fucking day.
Bro, I had a whole separate closet too. Like
What?
Everybody does.
Oh, you
crazy.
said, yeah, that's true too. You got work.
I had it
Everybody got
organized
work clothes.
separately. Like this is my
Yeah.
It's
My-
true.
I had
Work
my
clothes.
Dykeman fits and I had my work fits.
Oh, nah,
So
yeah,
it's-
I could see
I-
that.
I
Fascinating.
just did spring cleaning like this year.
Yeah.
And like my closet is empty because there's so much shit that I just bought specifically for work.
What did you buy? What did you buy specifically? I'm a costume designer, so I'm like I'm taking notes right now.
Think about like back in the day,
Yeah.
back in the day when like guys had to dress up to get into the club.
oh yeah,
Those are my work fits.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
Hey,
Yeah.
so
Like I bought
Which
fucking
is?
Polo,
moccasins,
the moccasins,
everything, button
okay,
ups,
got
yeah.
it. Chinos.
polo sweater vest, yeah, chinos in
Okay.
every color,
Yeah.
all of those type of shit. Yeah,
Wow.
things that I would never wear outside.
Did you wear those clothes, your work clothes, to like up here, Dykeman, and your other alter ego life?
No.
No,
I had a separate.
and your real life. My bad. Your alter
it's
ego
yours.
being white people.
But I would be a full on actor though. Like
That's wild.
yeah, because I like not only did I study Riverdale, but like when I went into work, I was like, oh, they're gonna ask me about what I like about the show.
That's a deep question right
Oh my
there.
God.
Only if you watch it, you know how to answer that
Because they
question.
look at
right
you, so
there.
they're probably like,
Yeah.
but what do you like about the
That's
show?
you, yeah.
that is the real question.
Yeah.
What do you?
You like about it, yeah.
I should have had you by my side. I would have made it so much further.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh no,
God.
yeah, I'm very well acquainted with the code switching and the having to do that. So
Yeah.
I want to know if your breaking point was like the Dave Chappelle skit that he was working in corporate office. Remember that? Or keeping it real goes wrong.
Wait,
Wait, which one? Wait,
The one
the
that
breaking shop?
that he's working in the corporate office. Dave Chappelle, he's working in the corporate office, and one of the owners goes, "Give me some skin." He goes, "Oh, put your fucking hand." Then you know where the fuck I'm from. Wu-Tang.
Vernon, great job, buddy. You the man. Give me some skin, huh?
Vernon got along with all of the people he worked with, which in his heart of hearts made him feel like an Uncle Tom. Though he could have ignored the simple comment his mentor made, Vernon decided to keep it real.
Get your motherfucking hand out of my face. You heard me, motherfucker. Get your hands out of my face. Stink this is, man. Just shake my hand like a man. I gotta give you some 5 on the backhand side with all this crazy jab. That's bullshit. You want a little soft shoe? Should I juggle some watermelon for you, bro? Fuck all that, Richard.
Hey, Vernon, buddy.
Get your motherfucking hands off me, front. Play the game.
This isn't the Vernon I know.
Wu-Tang.
Today, a sparkling example of when keeping it real goes wrong.
I just see it like that. Like, yeah, one day you was like, "Nah, fuck this. I can't do this no more. I
did have a moment like that.
Yeah.
Well, not like that, but I did. Like, my manager, I had a couple managers that he, instead of giving me like the handshake that he would give everybody else, he came in with, he pulled the shit back.
Oh my God.
And was like, "Oh, what's up?" And I was like,
that's so cringy.
but you don't do that with everybody else, though.
Right?
Like, if he did it with everybody else, then I would have been like, "All right, that's not
cool,
racist."
cool.
But the fact that you treat me differently, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Oh man, say, yo, give me some skin.
Put your motherfucking hand down.
Bro, I wish I saw that shit because I would have said that.
Oh Lord.
But my shit is like, so many people do this, but they don't realize that it's a waste of time until later in life.
Right.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I did all this work to feel accepted,
Right.
but I would hand in a PowerPoint, no lie, and I had a coworker tell me, "Oh, that slide looks a little ghetto. Can you fix that?"
Oh my God.
And I'm like, why am I studying all this shit to fit in, and y'all still gonna treat me like
Right.
this? So that's when I was just, that and like I had a moment where I just like cried to my aunt about work.
Wow.
Where I was just like, I gotta stop doing this.
What did she say?
She asked me like the simplest question that I really couldn't answer. Like, she was like, well, I was like, yo, I'm having a hard time. I'm about to get fired. I'm gonna quit. Like, I don't feel like I belong there. And she's like, well, why are you having a hard time? I was like, yo, the assimilation is crazy. The shit that I'm doing. She's like, why are you doing it? And I was just like, I thought I had to. That's it.
Well, papi me dijo que consiguiera un buen trabajo.
Yeah, I know. Right?
Yeah. I just thought I had to do it to be successful.
Damn.
I mean,
It's real.
it is a requirement.
It is. My mom straight up told me, like, do what you have to do, be good, keep your head down.
I don't think it's a requirement, but we think it's a requirement.
It's, well, okay. If you don't think it's a requirement, do you feel that if you were your true authentic self in those spaces, they would accept you?
I think if they don't accept you, you should go somewhere else where they do accept you.
But I guess what my statement, and I do take it back in regards to sharing, it's a requirement. It becomes a requirement if you believe and tell yourself, this is where I want to be. Because if you come from those settings and those circumstances where like, yo, this is my dream job.
Yeah.
And if I got what I wanted and now I don't want it, then what the fuck is if you associate work life with purpose? Yeah, and you're like, what the fuck is my purpose? What do I do?
I mean, when I got that job at Facebook, so the first year I was faking it, and I was about to get fired or quit. Like, it was just bad. And then I came out to my team, not like in a sexual way, but just like, yo, everything besides my name, I've been lying to y'all. I had a meeting with them, and I was like, from now on, I'm gonna start showing you who I am.
Wow.
No.
And they were like, I don't know what that means, but I don't know how this dude's gonna show up tomorrow. But
This motherfucker about to go post.
Everyone called out sick the next day.
everybody called out sick. Yo, that'll be hilarious.
Pabel said he will be showing himself tomorrow.
Shit. That's crazy.
But I started actually doing well at work. Like, I never got a performance review that didn't exceed expectations after that.
Wow.
Damn.
Because you got to think about it, like, instead of being an actor, I was dedicating my whole self to work.
Right.
Yeah.
That's it.
Right.
It's just a math
The
equation. Like,
energy went there.
yeah, that's it.
Shit.
So yeah, I do think you could be successful being yourself.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
So what ultimately made you take the leap to leave Facebook, your dream job?
Bro, I just got the bag when I went to TikTok.
Oh yeah,
Bag, bro, I was making 100. I think I was probably doing like 125 when I was at Facebook. Okay.
Yeah, just so for my other listeners that sit through the white people stuff and do not know that what the bag means. He's
getting more money.
My man got motherfucking paid.
Yeah, he got motherfucking paid.
I thought I had the fucking cha-ching sound effect, but I guess I'll make it. Cha-ching. He got his fucking payday sound. He got his payday, man. So that's really what that bag means.
I was at Facebook for 4 years, and once you got Facebook at some of these big tech companies, you can get like any job you want. I didn't even apply to TikTok. They just reached out. Facebook also reached out to me again via LinkedIn.
Really?
Sweet.
TikTok reached out to me via LinkedIn, and the package that I signed was $300,000. So I doubled my shit.
Wow. Wow.
Not including stock.
What the
Not
fuck?
including stock.
Yeah.
And they threw
awesome.
stock in that motherfucker too?
Oh, they always do.
Oh shit.
Bro, my signing bonus was $60,000
Holy shit.
just to be like, I accept.
I'm good.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're winning.
Thank you for taking the time to reach out to me.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Bro, that's more than my mom made a whole year, bro.
Wow.
What did your parents say when they heard the news?
Oh, my mom
Vete pa
was...
TikTok. Se joda Facebook, coño. Vete pa TikTok.
Ese maldito Facebook te dije que no
joda,
te da dinero.
Tratando a mi muchacho
Yo
mal,
te
coño.
dije.
You know what's crazy? My family didn't know how much money I made at the time.
Really?
So, like, they couldn't even celebrate that.
What?
But that goes back to the shit about, like, we don't talk about a lot of things. Like, I was trained to believe that I shouldn't talk about how much money I get paid.
Yeah.
Because of envy and jealousy.
Yeah.
Right.
My mom used to do my taxes up until I started making 6 figures. Then someone in my family told me to stop doing my taxes with my mom.
Really?
Even though she's never taken advantage of me, she's never given signals of that. It's just like advice that we always get.
Yeah.
Be secretive.
Wow.
Be secret about your shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that I don't trust any of my motherfuckers.
But when you're getting $60,000 bonuses and $300,000 contracts,
I just don't feel that their fucking job levels at the bodega would get them. I would trust them with my taxes.
shit.
Like, damn, but my mama doing my taxes.
Your
like,
mom-
well,
oh my God, imagine.
Thank you. My mama was usually begging me for $10,000. Like, she just hit me up the other day. She was like, yo, so I had a $3,000 surgery. I was like, oh, you feel better? And I was like, good for you. And I left it at that.
Wow.
That's it.
Wow.
I was like, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So all that to say, I would have let my mama do my taxes. If I had your mama.
It's real, man. It's real.
How was your experience in TikTok?
I didn't love it.
You about to create your LinkedIn
I
right
didn't
now,
love
Drake?
it.
No. I forgot to put the volume down before. Hold on, Roger.
This motherfucker is typing vigorously.
Upload photo.
Listen vigorously.
That's a good one.
My bad.
No. I didn't like it that much. Despite the money, like I was. Don't get me wrong. The pay was great.
Yeah.
But I just didn't like what I was doing. Like it didn't give me any fulfillment.
What were you doing?
I was speaking of Samsung. So the reason I actually had a connection with Samsung is I was running the global Samsung business for TikTok.
Oh shit.
So like all the ads that Samsung was running, like I was the person sort of like helping everything move smoothly.
Sweet.
Yeah. So I had that connect with the CMO who was in the building that day.
Oh shit.
Who now I think works at Ulta, but whatever. Yeah, that's how I was working it. Yeah.
All these motherfuckers bounce around, man.
They can.
They
Because the
do.
money, the bag gets thrown
You
at
gotta
them,
get the
no?
bag, man.
When I was a
fucking
kid,
bag.
I was told, que mira, tú
Exactly.
consigues un trabajo bueno con beneficio, tú no lo dejas.
When he was your kid, you got that last year.
I got that shit in Thanksgiving. Motherfucker, Ronald, ¿qué tú haces con tu tiempo ahora? I'm like, I am trying to do a podcast.
Un podcast.
Mira, tú estás haciendo nada, coño.
Nada con tu vida, coño.
Consíguete un trabajo bueno.
And he looked at my cousin, he's a doctor, he's like, consíguele un trabajito mapeando el piso o algo.
This was for real.
No hay nada en el hospital que están dando.
Mira,
Que tienen beneficios.
Tienen beneficios. I'm like, so
Sad.
okay. So yeah, these are the motivational speeches I get from my family.
I get the same shit. My mom was not happy when I left Facebook. I mean, she didn't know how much money I was getting paid, but every time I left the job, she was upset.
Really?
She was like, "Why are you doing that?" Yeah, she doesn't get it. But we all get that.
The people in the corporate high levels, yo, they bounce left and right.
Oh yeah,
Like
there's no
Silicon
loyalty.
Valley bank dude got another bank, and I'm like, yo, I thought if you failed,
Really?
Did you not look at his LinkedIn?
Oh my god.
I'm like, I thought if you failed, nobody would give you a job. Apparently, they just tossing motherfuckers jobs left and right.
The more you fail, the better. No.
It's like
The
he has
bigger, the
experience.
bigger you fail,
You
the
know,
better.
he lost one bank. Surely he won't lose another one.
No.
Bro, the WeWork
Give him a
CEO
second
just,
chance with another bank.
facts, the WeWork CEO just got funded for his new startup too.
I'm
Damn.
sure. Yeah.
Motherfuckers
Yeah,
make-
yeah.
If you got a documentary made about you, you know it's not good.
Yo,
For
It's
real.
never a good
For
thing.
real.
No one
For
wants
real.
to see a documentary on good shit.
No, no, no.
Nah,
Views,
that's
right?
That's what movies are for.
Yeah.
Yes,
Documentaries?
yes,
I'd rather read the book
correct.
than watch a good documentary.
So to say that I see why you would jump ship, you know what I mean, and get the bag from these different positions.
Makes
because,
sense.
Yo, I think the ideology and the time, at least the teachings that we received of, you know, be loyal to the job, be thankful that job even gave you a job,
type
of-
and
right.
being in that mindset,
Right.
like, yo, I can't leave. My boss loves me.
Yeah.
That nigga's been underpaying me the
Yes.
entire time.
Correct.
Pero mira, at least he gave you a job. Por lo menos te dio un trabajito.
Yeah, and you're like the only Latino there.
And
in
you
the
might
whole
get
week.
you might get a Christmas bonus. Just hold on. Just
Los
hold on.
beneficios, los beneficios.
But you see, but when you get a bag like that, right, and you're not happy with that type of job, a lot of people rather stay there, get that bag,
Yeah.
and
the golden
stay those
handcuffs.
hours
Yeah.
Golden
miserable,
handcuffs,
miserable. Stay those hours there because they get in that bag, and be like, I'll make it up when my days off.
What
Get in the
is
bag.
I will live my real life on the 2 days.
The 2 days that I get.
smoking hookah.
But I'm doing 10 hours, 5 days a week over here miserable. So, the bag is good, but does it add up?
I think I could also go get the bag again if I wanted to. That's at least what I
That's a
told
good way to-
myself.
Yeah.
That's a good way to do it.
Because I think I could get that same job, if not a better one. That's the mindset that I go into.
Yeah.
But I only have like so much time where I can bet on myself.
Yes.
That's what
That's,
Yo, my
that's
man.
it's so true. Yes, everything you're saying. That
Yo, these
the
sound effects
time.
are fire. DJ Clue over here.
That shit makes you feel like you said something for real. You dropped a bomb. Yeah, I killed that shit.
My man said, "There's only so much time
Yeah.
that I can bet on myself."
Yes.
Nah, and you know what? He's
Yes,
right though.
he's right.
If you got that one time, you could get it again.
Yo, I mean, because get in the bag. Number one, they're already reaching out to you.
Exactly.
So
That's
you're already
number one.
established.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you made your 6 figures and you can cut down your expenses and live with half of that on 1 year, and take that risk,
Yeah.
then
What do you have to lose?
shoot your shot.
Yeah.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so I applaud that, man, because not anyone, I don't know anyone that would they'll fucking work 2 jobs. They'll work 2 jobs that they don't like. To then at some point in their life finance their dream, their goal, or their ambition, or their side hustle in their project. But by the time you've done those 2 jobs, you probably got a family. You got
beat the fuck up.
Yo, my man, tú estás estrujado.
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 Not eating right
means-
for years.
You just want to be left alone by that point.
like a dream. Fuck my dream. I'm tired.
Dream, I'm about to go to sleep right now.
It's true. Yo, to jump out of the window and leave a job that is paying your bills and all that to pursue whatever you gotta pursue, it takes a lot.
So what are you
does.
pursuing right now? What are your ambitions? What are your goals? What are your dreams? Tell us all.
Yeah. Well,
Tell us everything.
Tell us everything. Yeah. Well, I've been running my own business since 2020, but which is Plurawl. But I've been running it like a hobby up until last year when I quit my job at TikTok because I didn't need the money, so I wasn't focusing on revenue. I was just like, let's build community, let's make content. But when I quit, I didn't have any revenue streams. I had to instantly fucking think about wait, how am I gonna make money?
He said, no more trips to Dykeman.
Yo, no, facts, bro.
No more hookah.
But so I had a savings account, and you know what's crazy? I left that job kind of too early, but I was just I just need to get the fuck out of here. I quit before I had my bonus, my yearly bonus, which was probably another 60,000.
Wow.
But I just left because it was that bad.
What was
Damn.
bad about it?
I just didn't like the company culture, but I also didn't like the management. So there was remember that post that I said went viral on LinkedIn? I shared my salary transparently. So my compensation package, dude, he was like, what? He was
Bro,
like, what?
for real. Like,
I mean, he's only been
Posted
talking
that?
about that shit this entire show.
Yo, but my mom was like, yo, pero mijo, pero te van a, you know, they're gonna show up in front of your doorstep, they're gonna rob you. I'm like,
Oh my God.
it's not like I got the 300,000 on me, mom. Like, this shit's in the bank or something. You feel me?
It's under the mattress.
Yeah, that's what she probably thinks. Te van a atracar or some shit.
but don't get it twisted. You got some dumb motherfuckers that don't think that.
Nigga,
got
I
that.
see you got 300,000.
I saw your post, man.
His
my
salary,
God.
bro. This shit gets paid out throughout time.
I gotta do the work, bro.
Got
Direct
1,200 in my
deposit.
bank account on a good day.
That's
Just paid rent.
So people went crazy when you posted that.
Well, people went crazy. Shit went viral, and a lot of people, they reached out to me, was like, yo, thank you. This is going to help me negotiate for a higher salary. Yo, this should help me open up conversations within my teams and notice, like, yo, all the women are getting underpaid, which honestly was the thing on my team as well.
Damn, that's
but
crazy.
there was an executive on the team who was like, yo, you shouldn't have done that.
Oh.
Your job is going to be more difficult here.
Oh.
And like, this is going to open up some difficult conversations.
Oh, you did it
all
while
those
you
kind
was
of things.
working there.
Yeah.
Oh, you was a gangster.
No. I did it when I was working there. I was only there.
TikTok Tupac.
That was only.
That's pretty good.
He did it while he worked there. I showed up next day to work.
Yeah.
Yo, he's a gangster.
You gotta copyright that name.
Oh,
TikTok
that's
Tupac.
it. That's it. That's crazy. Oh,
You got the
wow.
name TikTok Tupac
Yo.
on Just Words No Back.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I was only like 3 months into the job or some shit like that.
Yo, he was a gangster. He was
Oh
a
my
gangster.
But it was, I got a lot of pushback on that kind of post, and I was just like, I don't want to, like, if you think that's pushing it, like, I'm gonna keep pushing it.
Oh, wow.
So I was just like, if I really want to put out the content that I want to, produce and all that kind of stuff, like, I'm gonna need to leave. Plus, the shit I was doing was growing, so yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow. Shout out to you. That's
It's like, damn.
I did that shit the other day again, but this time, since I'm not working with somebody, I just put out my rates that people pay me typically for like speaking engagements, which another thing, just people don't talk about.
No, and so I did see that. I mean, and you know what? Before even seeing that, when
Yo, TikTok.
yeah. I guess I ain't gonna lie. I
Okay.
thought you did that when you left. Shit, posted it.
when we met at the Chophouse, and I asked you, I don't know how I asked you exactly, but it did come up in conversation. I asked like, yo, how much did Samsung pay you for your event? And you just flat out said, oh, everywhere I go, I'm asking for $5K and I'm getting $5K.
Damn
and I was
right.
like, my
damn
man.
right.
Yeah, I was like, my
Damn
man.
right. You damn right.
I was like, yo, I was thinking about asking for $500. I was like,
Shit.
Facts.
well, I will be asking for $5,000 moving forward. And you know what? If you want me to promote your club, it's $10,000. I ain't showing up nowhere unless it's $5K in the bank,
Yeah,
nigga.
fuck that.
And I'm like, yo. All right, so in that moment, I didn't even look at you sideways. I was like, that seems absolutely reasonable.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like, yes. You
And
know
the way
what?
he said it, like, yeah, that's right.
Right? Because I didn't know I was talking to fucking TikTok Tupac over here.
Yeah, 5,000. Fuck out That's crazy.
And I was like, oh, okay. And I walked away mind blown, bro. Like literally, because I was like, shit. I need to change this. I need to, like, my whole, number one, just so you know, in full transparency, I had and I have no business model. So I was like, where do I start? And my idea was like, oh, it's going to be speaking engagements, little small shit.
Yeah.
But I was not thinking that. And I was like, yo, I need to up it. Meanwhile, you know, talking about corporate world, and I shared with you on my side, like I had raised $250,000, I had started my business and all this other shit, right? But it when it comes to oneself, sometimes like that if I don't have in my brain, and I don't know if this goes for anyone else, I've always gotten by and through life with always needing to have a white person co-sign for me.
Oh my God! Don't get me
It's
started on that.
like a security thing.
Because it's like
Wait, for you or for some?
no, for me.
Like, you need the validation.
No. Meaning, if I do something by myself,
Yeah.
whether it's family,
Backing the
whether
white guy.
it's the organization, whether it's anybody.
Yeah.
Not me on the psychological level, not me on the personal level.
Gotcha.
For me to go through that door, I need a white person
Yeah.
standing next to me to vouch and say, hey, my man here, He's reliable. He shows up on time, even though he's Dominican.
Yeah.
That's why now. That's why now, yo, I take full ownership of that shit. I'm like, yo, you know what? I do show up on time, but because of the stereotypes and all this other shit, I'm like, yeah. But I tell them if I need to be there for you at 8, I'm telling myself 4 a.m., bro. Like that's the way I do it. You know what I'm saying? But you don't got to worry about that. But I needed somebody else to say, yo, he's reliable. Then I show my deck, showing the numbers I can bring in, what we can generate revenue, how much money they're going to make, because that's all they care about. But they rather make money within their realm than introduce somebody else. And so, taking this leap of just words, podcasting, all that kind of stuff, it's like, yo, I don't got the cosign anymore, and I'm not seeking it anymore.
Right.
I'm going full throttle myself. Together, us, but in that world, in that realm, every time it was, yo, I need that white cosign.
I'm going through it this week. I'm a costume designer. I work in theater. I work in New York, and I work regionally. And I'm close to what is going to be a Broadway debut at some point. Like, I feel it. I'm very close. I'm in the circles. Like, my name's being mentioned in the right places. Okay. I have a conversation with a director this week, a Colombian director who has won a Tony, choreographer. He does big work. He seeked me out. He wrote an email. I want to talk to you about potential project. Great. And he proposed to me a project for a new musical that is centered around Mexican culture, and it's from an adaptation of a movie that was back, in the 90s, early 2000s? I don't know if I can say what it is. I didn't sign any NDAs, but anyways, he's like, it's really important for me to propel the voice of Latinos in theater, and that's my mission. I've made it my mission. So I have this project, and I want an all Latino team. I want all the creatives to be Latino. So my proposal to you is if you co-design with a white designer. They said the name. I knew who it was. They didn't say a white designer, but he said with this a white designer. And right away, I think I've been trained to, having to assimilate through everything, right? Gone through the institutions, the universities. I went to Yale, all of that. I know how to code switch. And so with something like this, I was like, yeah, absolutely. Right away. Right. But I left that phone call being very frustrated. And I went to him. I was like, babe, I have to fucking have my hand held by a fucking white designer. And it's the director expressed to me, is like, the producers are concerned because you're someone who doesn't have Broadway experience, and they want that backing. They want that cosign by someone who's white. And I was like, I have to have my fucking hand held by someone who's white with a show I can do with my eyes closed.
that is a Latino show on top of that.
That is a Latino show on top of that, about Mexican culture. I am Mexican. And I was like, what the fuck? Damn. And so I wrote him a note. I was like, I got to think about this. I don't know if this aligns with my values. I was excited and I said yes right away, but I got to step back and think about it.
Would you have that conversation with him?
I will write him a transparent email.
Because that's a tough conversation too, though.
I'll share with him. I was like, can you, or at least I will share with him as eloquently as I can and as elegant and succinct as possible. Yeah, that's the extra work I have to do. Yeah. But at the same time, be like, I need you to ask these producers exactly what are the skills and experience they feel I lack that all these other white designers have been able to walk into a Broadway show brand new, no hand holding or anything. So
because I mean, I've always felt that they're more comfortable taking the risk with their own.
They are 100%, and so I'm demanding that they take a full risk on me. It's not a risk. I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna knock it out the park.
That's what I'm talking about.
So I'm gonna turn it down and be like, no, thank you. Come back with something better.
There you go.
Yeah. Let them know.
But then there's the other side of me that's not fearful, but like, if I say no to this, then that's going to shut the door on that. And there's my chance.
But it's that old, I mean, it's not an old school fear. It is a very relevant fear of being blackballed, period.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
So you and Pabel, you sharing how, you just started a gig 3 months and sharing full transparency, your salary and all that. And then the executive telling you, it's gonna make it a little difficult for you around here, in these hallways, buddy.
Thanks for sharing with me, Dick.
And it's not even them hallways. It's like, you know, these people are well connected. Like,
Yeah,
we said like, oh shit, like maybe I can get another job. Maybe I can't get another job.
You're right.
Maybe they're like, yo, Pabel is difficult to work with.
Right.
I mean, it's not like I'm fucking Eric Snowden out here releasing company secrets. Like, it's like me posting my
Right?
W-2s, but that's a fear I have.
It is, but I'm shifting my mindset, being like, okay, well then, that's fine. If they don't want to work with me on Broadway, we're gonna fucking make our own platforms.
Exactly.
End of story.
There you go.
That I don't want to be in a position where I need to seek someone else's approval, the white man's approval. I want to be able to be capable of making our own choices and decisions because we are fucking talented.
Yeah.
We are excellent at what we do, and I think we have vision and we can accomplish really dope shit. So I'm just shifting. That's it. I'm like, okay, if that doesn't happen, I just wanted the little Broadway star to like put on my lapel. That's it. And then move on to better shit. But I don't need it. Thank you.
No, you know what? This is a real touchy topic. And as I mentioned in the very beginning, you know, I found it very admirable that, you're on stage, sharing, having these conversations. And then you had a comedian, Glow, and then you had she's another influencer. I forgot the other two.
Catherine and Jorge.
And Jorge is super young. The dude's like 24 fucking years old.
Oh, yeah.
And my man, this nigga was dropping fucking gems.
Yes.
I was like, he was talking about, you got to take a risk on yourself, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, este chamaquito del diablo.
he's just at the White House right now.
And
Again, I feel like he's there all the time.
He's there all the time. He's a Latino in residence at the White House.
And I'm like, you know, everybody talking about the future is fucked and blah. I'm like, nah, the future is
It's bright.
in very good hands.
Yes.
But I'm like, they're. Matter of fact, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
Bro, open book, 32.
All right.
Jesus
winning.
fucking Christ, bro.
Is that young?
Yes.
Hell yeah, that's young.
Un maldito chamaquito también.
32.
32.
Not like Jorge though. Them motherfuckers like 22, bro.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean,
She just
that's-
graduated college, I think. Matter of fact.
that generation, his generation, they're also talented. Oh my God, they're
And
killing
they
it.
also don't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck, and I love that.
I love that shit.
Yeah.
We need that
Embrace
new
it.
energy.
Absolutely. No, and I think, and I know and I believe that not giving a fuck is authentic to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we've been here for so long that, and when I say only for so long, for the fine, for first generation or whatever, that throughout that whole time it was our parents assimilating, but not only assimilating, speaking the language, getting by, getting the first job, getting the minimum wage, providing for a whole family, doing all this shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, pero espérate, they barely got a rent stabilized apartment and they've been fucking grinding their whole goddamn life, and that's all they got. And then I got my 6-figure job. Fuck this shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go balls to the wall and take ownership of this shit. And then, I applaud it, man.
Might as well go all out.
It's whack because I'm not that much older than you, by the way, but I'm but at my age, at 36.
36.
Why you-
36.
No, because I'm trying to remember. No,
You're about to be 37.
I'm about to.
Yes.
In
I
April,
just turned
April
38.
21st.
I was just 32 a couple weeks ago.
You're a baby too.
Yeah, that's right.
The other day, she reminded me that she's 33. I'm like, que chamaquita. And at 37, my aunt told me, go get a job.
36,
mopping floors.
36.
At 36. At 36.
You're 36, 33.
Yeah, told me to go get a job, mopping floors, to do something.
I know, that blew my mind when I heard that.
What aunt was this one?
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to you, I love you.
No, I love it too. But but it's whack though, because you hear that in vulnerable situations when there is no income or no steady income, where now you're taking that extra step of trying to maximize the time you have and figure out a path that's never been a road that's never been fucking paved before at all.
Yeah.
This is the first time that people have the opportunity to make their own way.
Yeah.
But the shit is that they don't understand that shit
No, they
at all. Like you could say not her, but any person in that generation and sit down like, listen, there's some new shit going on that could make us a lot of money. And they're like, no. I spoke to Rolly, your cousin, and he got an opening in the hospital that you could get benefits and they won't understand that shit. And that sucks, you know. So we will always get that shit from them.
Facts. Yo, bro, I had someone on my podcast. His name is Pedro, and he has dreads, and he had a manager that was literally pulling his hair at work and telling him to cut it. He quit the job, and his mom was mad at him for quitting.
What? Wow. That's wild.
But it's shit like that. Like,
Yeah, but that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm. Yeah, exactly.
Like after certain
Pedro
point,
needs to fucking sue.
Yeah, for real.
For harassment and get his bag.
Yes.
Fuck that bullshit.
But you know that generation, they used to abuse like that in those type of jobs.
Oh, no. What happened to Pedro? That's not abuse. According to them.
Yeah, exactly. They working in factories that you know, I don't know what kind of fucking abuse they had back in the days in those type of factories where they were working at. So they like pulling hair. You got to check every week, huh? So you know that's
what they pay you for.
Exactly. So it's like, but that's wild.
Yeah, but
That's
I mean, our
wild.
parents' advice, I feel like it has an expiration date, and that's why we need to have, like, get advice from each other, because there are people doing really dope shit, and that we could take the fucking blueprint from, but we're not sharing it.
Oh yeah.
Like when I shared my rates, like I literally also shared the deck that I used to sell my speaking engagements
Oh, that's pretty
to people.
Yeah.
I was like,
That's pretty dope.
run with that shit.
Right.
That's pretty
And like
dope.
typically the fear would be like, oh well, I could take this deck, talk about the same shit, and just charge a little bit less than him to take his business. But I don't have that fear.
Right.
Because there's so much fucking bread out there.
Exactly. There's a
There's so
scarcity
much money.
mentality
Yes.
of the money, but there's so much money out there.
Yeah, no,
You just gotta
I'm
figure
not.
out how to get it.
And if some of y'all take some of my business, like kudos to y'all. Like I gotta
I'll
work
figure
better.
out another angle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reality of there being so much bread out there is something that has never been fathomed before in our communities, because they're all fucking fighting for the same $8 an hour job. For the way
Same stale loaf of bread.
the same these were just fighting for fucking toilet paper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this is the type of mindset that they have. Meanwhile, in Whitelandia, if as soon as they lose money, they're printing more money.
Yes.
And it's like, wait, what? I thought there was a cap on this
There's
shit.
like 3 banks that closed. What happened?
Nothing. They were
Nothing
like,
happened.
yo, they lost 10 billion. Where? and they just printed another trillion.
Yeah.
Like I was like, pero mira, así que trabaja la vaina.
They don't play fair.
But meanwhile, on my side, dije, mira, no pidas aumento porque después te botan del trabajo.
Yeah.
If you ask for a raise, you know, they'll get rid of you and find somebody else that is cheaper than you.
Yeah. Which sometimes happens, but
No,
Sometimes.
It is
Yeah,
a reality.
there is a reality to that.
Yeah.
But then one of the things that I had to share with myself was the added value. I'm not cheap. You know, I come at a premium. You can find somebody else that's more affordable, because I don't think anyone's cheap, but someone else that's more affordable, but they will lack a certain skill set. Just as you mentioned, you know, whoever decides to take your deck and not master it to be better than you, then
It's gonna lack.
they're gonna, and as soon as they realize that they're better than you, why would they want to charge less?
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
that's
They should charge
counterintuitive.
more, no?
I would want to charge way more.
Exactly.
So the idea, it's within, that's the mindset that I have. But what you shared is, that's another reality too. They could, somebody might take, and that's the fear, but that's the fear of gatekeeping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what,
How the gates work.
that's how the fucking gates work.
Yeah.
I mean, like, but all that to share is that I still believe, and now you just, reaffirmed it. You're motherfucking Superman.
For real.
Y'all gassing me. Y'all gassing me.
I will show you the video of how this man walked out with the microphone. Este tigre, así de que, wow, guys, we really made it.
Yo,
And I was
facts.
like, damn, this nigga, who is this guy?
You been on stage before? Like.
I mean, I was in sales my whole career for most part.
So you
Yeah.
go
So I was
with
like,
all that type
yeah,
of.
yeah. And that's how I make most of my bread now is like public speaking.
Oh, wow.
Speaking engagements. Yeah.
That
Where
shit
do you
is
speak
tough.
at?
Last year I did like 20 of them. I did like
Wow,
Spotify.
20 speaking engagements.
Yeah, I did Google twice.
That's $100K right there.
So you got like
Good for you.
manager, like people that Oh,
Nah.
you do all that shit? What?
I slide into DMs. Yeah.
What?
I slide in everybody's DMs on LinkedIn.
So you don't got a team looking
On
at
LinkedIn.
On LinkedIn.
Get your LinkedIn right
after
now.
this show.
Bro, LinkedIn.
So you don't got a team, you know, setting you up with these venues and nothing. That's all you?
Yeah.
Yo, drop a fucking bomb.
I know.
Drop a goddamn bomb on them, man.
Bro, you know
That's what I'm fucking talking
Pitch
about.
costume design in the workplace.
Damn, that's
into these
fire,
DMs.
bro.
You know what's crazy, bro? I send so many DMs. I'll show you the screenshot, and y'all could use it for the insert. LinkedIn literally sent me a message. It was like, "Nah, you a bot."
For real.
They cut off my access
The grind is
for like,
real.
for
You were
like
a
2
bot?
days. Yeah.
Fucking haters.
How did you prove
Wow.
yourself? I'm real.
No, they just cut it out for like a certain time period, for like a day or two, and then you could jump back on. And
He's
then,
on the grind.
yeah, I even hit a limit on like the number of connection requests that I could send within a week.
What is the limit?
I think it's like 85 to 100.
Huh.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. I'm not playing.
You're not playing.
I'm not playing. Yeah.
That's what's up. Oh, I'm thinking you got a team
I'm about
and all
to
that shit.
throw out this whole fucking studio equipment shit
God
and just start
damn.
going on goddamn LinkedIn.
Fuck, bro.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, I did Spotify, I did Google twice, I did like Sonos, Twitter, Amazon, a bunch of fucking companies,
Wow.
Molson Coors, and now I'm trying to like, a bunch of them. Salesforce.
You were just at South by Southwest.
I was at South by
Yeah, what was
Southwest.
that?
Yeah.
I'm from Austin. I grew up
Oh
out there.
shit.
Yeah.
Austin's interesting. There are so many white people there.
Yeah, it's
There
very
are
white.
no
very
black
white.
people there. Yeah.
Yeah. And they're not at the events. The black people that do live there are not at those events.
because that shit is mad expensive.
It's changed
How much are the
drastically.
tickets?
How much are the
Bro, it's
tickets?
like
like-
a couple G's.
Yeah, they're like,
Look,
what?
I would go to South by Southwest events for free. They had so many free events because
Oh, yeah,
this
they
was
do have-
before
yeah, yeah,
Austin
yeah.
blew up. Like I've been there since before 2000, and it's gone through a huge drastic change in the last 10 years. So now, like South by Southwest, it's not what it was before, where you can just pop into like a little bar and watch some bands, and then pop into another one.
So that's a music festival, right?
It used to be music based, and then they start
do
wrapping
films?
film, and now it's
Also
like
now-
media and a bunch
Yeah.
of it's tech. It's like
Also, they've
blown
just
up.
blown-
It's
okay.
a 9-day conference, bro.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
I was part of the.
It's a conference
Oh, it's a
now.
conference.
Oh, it's a
It used
conference,
to, it used to be
yeah.
a festival,
Yeah, that's
and
what
now
I
it's a
thought.
conference.
Yeah, okay.
So I was.
cool.
So they have different
It's
tracks.
Southwest, the airline?
No, it's South by
No,
Southwest.
it's just, that's just the name of the.
Yeah,
yeah.
For a
You're
long
like, yo,
time,
they
I
killing
thought.
it,
Yes,
bro.
it is an airline. Yes.
But I was part of the workplace revolution track of like speaking. So my panel was called "From Sex Work to Cornrows. It's Not Unprofessional."
Oh shit.
That was the name of the talk.
So
Yeah.
sexual.
Okay.
I'm dropping the whole thing next week. on the
Okay,
podcast.
cool.
We'll check it out.
Cool.
So sex work is not unprofessional.
Nah.
And cornrows are not unprofessional.
Nah.
Yeah,
This should be triggering people too when I be talking about OnlyFans.
I seen that.
Like,
I seen what
people
you
get
said on your
triggered by
IG.
that.
People get
I
upset.
see what you
They
said about
do.
your IG about the teacher.
Yeah, yo, you know what's so funny too? So, all right, so in me pitching myself to speaking engagements, and this is related to that, there was a company, and this is the first time I've ever heard this feedback, but they replied through somebody else and was like, I don't know if we could bring him in because his values don't align with ours.
Shit.
But if you look at their values, the shit is
Yeah.
literally like empathy, diversity.
Yes.
Second
Yes.
chance.
No,
It's like,
yes, these values are plastered in all in organizations.
yeah, and I'm like, what did you see that you wasn't messing with? Was it when I said like throwing ass on the weekends is not unprofessional? Is that what it was? Is it the OnlyFans? Like it?
Yeah.
But when I hear shit like that, I'm like, y'all motherfuckers need this shit the most.
Yes, correct.
yeah.
Otherwise, it's just words on their website.
words. It
Just,
is.
yes, yes,
So
it's
what
just
wa-
words,
But
and
that
you gotta
OnlyFans
call
shit.
them
What
out
was
on
the
that
example
shit.
that you gave about the teachers and the OnlyFans?
Oh
on your
yeah,
IG?
and this I think parents get triggered by this. one.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Yeah, I could see
yeah,
that.
of course.
But like I gave the example of like, all right, let's just assume that you have a child. He or she's in middle school, or they before I get
Oh,
canceled.
damn. Yeah, good catch, good catch, good catch.
This man,
He's amazing.
it's like, no wonder he got fucking KO
For real. Oh shit.
This child, let's just use that. This child is in middle school,
Neutral territory.
and this teacher, you find out that this teacher has an OnlyFans. Like, is it unprofessional for the teacher to have OnlyFans? And my argument is like, there's a difference between being unprofessional and being uncomfortable. Like, professionalism is just defined as a skill or competence expected for the role. So this teacher having OnlyFans doesn't take away from their skill or competence, but it may make you uncomfortable with this idea of like, this person that is teaching your child, they may be doing the damn thing on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
But that's a problem with you,
Right.
not the teacher. Like, you got to get over that.
You do, especially teachers have to have a second job. Or a third job?
Or
No,
pay
like-
teachers a reasonable fucking living
Yes.
wage.
But in the end of the day, it's not during work. So
It's
it
not,
should be a
yeah.
separation there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
absolutely.
they can be professional about it.
Exactly, absolutely.
It's so much easier for someone to point at someone else and saying they have to change. But this is not my bar, but somebody said this. It was like whenever you point to...
He's like, don't give me the bomb.
Somebody else said it.
They said when you point a finger at somebody, in reality, you got 3 fingers pointing back at you.
Yeah.
So when reality, like, it's difficult for me to say I need to change and I need to look at my bias around like sex work and all this kind of shit. It's easier to say like they gotta change.
They gotta change.
Oh, that's
Because you don't want to see nothing wrong with yourself.
Yeah, that's a bomb right there. Can we get the bomb, whoever that was?
Whoever that was, shout out to them.
I heard that when I was a kid.
Shout out to
Really?
them. Yeah,
That's the first time I've
Some
heard
like
that.
teacher told me that.
You're not impressed.
Yeah, so I'm like, good try.
Yeah.
Like,
It's very true. People don't want to look at their faults.
these institutions rather you make the sacrifice, because how many teachers I know that are bartenders? How many teachers I know that are fucking waiters?
Yeah.
How many teachers I know that are literally, the institution itself that they offer their livelihood for won't even give them enough money to buy fucking pencils for the students.
They're buying supplies for the kids
Themselves.
out of their own pocket.
Yeah.
And I don't think wage has anything to do with it. Even if I was at TikTok, I don't think me having OnlyFans takes away from my skill or competence as well. Because that's the thing that always comes up is like, oh, but they don't make enough money. Let's let them do it. No, anybody should be able to do it.
Yes, you're right.
But-
Plenty of
You're
time.
right,
Yes,
you're
yes,
right.
yes,
Or change the language, because that, and say, hey, you're not allowed to, and call it a motherfucking day. Then if you want to really change shit, go ahead and watch how many motherfuckers will stop working for you.
But at the end of the day, a parent is only worried that the kid might see them on OnlyFans, so the parent got to be on the
Because
kid.
the parent
That has
finds
nothing
it
to do
more...
with the teacher.
That got nothing to do with the teacher.
Because the
Right.
parent finds it more difficult to be a parent.
Exactly.
They got to be
Exactly.
watching what their kid is
Exactly.
watching.
Exactly.
Because what kid what kid should be watching OnlyFans?
Right.
Motherfucker, how they got a credit card to pay for the subscription?
Exactly. I don't want my kid to stumble on that. Your kid shouldn't be on fucking OnlyFans.
Bro, I had to unsubscribe because I was paying a lot. Bro, I mean, you don't believe in supporting small businesses?
Absolutely.
Good way to put it.
Because I do.
Support entrepreneurs.
I get it, though. I get it, though.
Yeah, 100%.
But there's so much porn out there. It's like at that point, it's like giving a donation to people.
I don't know why, but it feels different. I don't know why.
He's like, I feel seen.
It's like when you fall in love with a stripper or some shit. Like, I feel like they're talking directly to me. I don't know. Oh my God.
Money well spent.
Yeah, like I have to support her. It's only right. She's doing hard work. It's only right. It's
That's
only
it.
right.
Yeah,
It's
she's
only right.
working hard.
Yeah,
She's
you're
keeping
right,
it
though.
professional.
You're right.
The cornrows thing, I remember seeing, I don't know if it was on your page, but on someone, or just like in general, my Google shit, that there was there is a black scientist that while they took a picture of her, she has cornrows. And people were like, oh, and I had seen like elsewhere, people were like, oh, how did she get that job? Oh, she must be a model. Or and I was like, ¿Cómo va a ser, bro?
got it.
Must be a model. Can she not-
like a hired actor.
Yeah,
and I was
yeah.
like, so wait, because she's black and got cornrows, she can't be a fucking scientist?
Rude. It's so rude.
It's crazy. And you know what? That's another one I seen. I was looking on your IG, and
I did my homework.
I did my homework. There was another one that had me thinking, because I seen this dude before on TikTok. It's the guy talking about the beard.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, you have to shave your beard. Look at all the presidents. All the salesmen. That's why people trust them, because they have no beard. They look cleaner. I'm like, huh. Maybe I have to shave my beard. Then I saw his. He was like, don't shave the beard. All those people are white. What are you gonna do? Lighten up your skin too? I was like, it's true. But it's right, because at first it had me thinking like, shit, that's right. No president ever had like beard or Lincoln, I guess.
What about, look at the
But that was a
Yankees. The
different
Yankees,
time.
too.
What, baseball players?
They have a policy that they're not allowed to
Really?
have facial hair.
I didn't even notice that.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. But you know what's crazy? There's a here's
Man's just fucking blowing my mind.
I never even noticed that though.
you've also never seen Yankee players like afros, dreads, braids, locks,
Nah.
any of that.
Nah, I don't think so.
You've only seen them with a mustache.
Strange to see a Yankee uniform and somebody wearing that uniform with that sort of hair. There are rules. Rules are rules. He's disobeying two of them. I think there's facial hair, and I think there's obviously the hair is below the collar.
But
Fucking Steinbrenner.
well, he's the one that did it.
Oh shit!
But it's interesting. There's a law that's been active in New York called the Crown Act, and it prohibits discrimination for hair.
Yeah.
Right. Natural hair protects a lot of like black hairstyles. Right.
Yeah.
So in theory, like someone can sue the Yankees for telling them like I can't play if I don't cut my hair or shave. But who the fuck is gonna sue the Yankees? Again, going back to it. Well, is someone else gonna sign me? Because now I'm difficult to work with. What if all the owners talk to each other? But at some point, somebody's got to step the fuck up and be like, I got to be the representation that I want to be seen in the world, right? Like, I wish Aaron Judge put in his fucking contract, like, I'm not gonna play for y'all unless y'all repeal this shit. But who's gonna do that?
Right.
It's true.
It's the fucking Yankees. They won 27 championships.
Yeah.
Would you do that shit? And people would be like, oh, but that's not a big deal. You're getting paid millions of dollars. But people see that representation going back to the, like, I bet you that bald motherfucker is probably going to do one of the Yankees too. It'd be like the most winning franchise. Like, there's a correlation between winning and beards and no beards. You know what I mean?
They got 26 championships, not one beard in the team.
Exactly. Motherfuckers would make content like that.
It's true though. It's true. It's true though. It's true.
Somebody's got to step up.
Oh, shit.
Yo, man.
Damn. I never noticed that.
I think I recall that law coming into play. And because of the fast food industry.
Yeah, that's why people had the hair nets, the beard nets.
And they were like, yo, you know, you can't. And they're like, yo, but I want. And it became a whole thing.
They came out with the beard net.
Yeah, and then the long hair or whatever. Yeah. If I recall correctly, because I'm trying to remember back when I was like, I didn't even know that was a motherfucking thing, right? But not knowing or not being aware and looking at it that way. But the context that you're putting it in regards to, you know, just overall social circles and fitting in and assimilating. It's like, coño, I can't even have a hairstyle that I like.
Bro, yeah. We just all made up these rules one day.
It's true.
Like, it's all made up.
Stupid.
Matter of fact, last week, our guest, Gabriel Irizarry, he wrote this book, I Soy Latino. And he worked at Wall Street he works at Wall Street.
Yeah.
He corrected me. And he works at Wall Street. And he's like, yo, man, for mad long, I had because he's Cuban, Puerto Rican. He got like little 50 fucking little chains around his neck and shit. And he's like, yo, for mad long, if a little chain would come out, I have to tuck that shit right back in. I'm like, oh my God, if they would see my chain, I might get fired. I'm like, yeah.
Is that a glint of gold I just saw?
Something shining under your shirt.
You have some chest hair too while you're at it.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah, those Jewish people have chest hair too.
Yeah, well, no, those motherfuckers are wolves. But anyways,
like what would be your advice to somebody that got a face tattoo or a neck tattoo, trying to get in the corporate world? It's tough.
Advice for them to get into the corporate world. I would say like build up your resume to the point where like motherfuckers need you. You know what I mean? Like again, like it's all about skills and competence to a certain extent. Once you build up your resume, you build up those skills. Like someone is gonna need those skills.
Okay,
like
that makes sense.
And go where you're celebrated, not tolerated.
Yes.
You go.
Yes.
Is that in the original one? Because I have not heard that one.
Fuck it, just leave the bomb there.
If it's not the original, I'll be so hurt right now.
Let's just keep it there. Let's just keep it there.
Don't even answer, bro.
We already got a few viewers anyway. Just keep it there. Just keep it there. Yeah, it sounded too cool. It sounded too cool.
Go where you're celebrated, not tolerated.
Absolutely.
Jesus.
You know what's funny though? Like I do in a lot of these speaking engagements, one of my first slides that I put up is like a picture of Lil Wayne.
Oh, what?
Or I put up Quavo sometimes.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, does this look unprofessional?
A lot of people say
And motherfuckers be like, yes.
Of course.
Yeah. And he got the face tattoos and all those kind of things.
Dreads, face
all
tattoos,
that shit.
Fucking eyes.
The eyes.
Yeah. What a lot of people would say though, you know, they'd be like, they try to hide behind like somebody else. They'd be like, oh, I don't care, but I think the client is gonna care.
Yeah.
And
If I was a boss, I would hire him.
Yeah,
bullshit.
Lies.
Stop.
Yeah.
Just
Stop. Fucking stop.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're right.
Exactly.
La gente sí habla mierda.
Mierda, loco.
Facts.
Yeah. So how you flip that?
I mean, it's just an exercise to like call out that we're biased. Like everybody's biased. I'm biased, and I'm the motherfucker talking about authenticity. I'm fucking biased. Everybody is, but we're scared to admit that shit. Like, if I go to a cafe and the barista looking like some little Latina lady like my mom, I'm getting the fuck out of there.
Oh shit!
I'm getting the fuck out of there. Because I'm used to motherfuckers looking like Brooklyn hipsters. If the more face tattoos, the better for my barista.
Shit.
He's like, he clearly knows what he's doing. This bitch is gonna give me fucking Café Gubusta.
Yeah.
I was gonna get that kind of sight.
Put 5 sugars in it.
That's all she knows how to make.
Everybody's biased. Everybody.
It's true.
Of course, it's a natural reaction.
It is.
It is like very primal, no? Because that's how we sussed out predators.
Yeah.
From
Like
other
I don't
groups,
like
yeah.
people that say I don't judge. Stop that.
We all
shit.
do it. We
I'm
all do
judging
it.
you right now.
Yeah, stop that.
I am judging you for saying you don't judge.
Exactly.
You fucking liar.
Oh, stop it.
Yo,
Stop
man.
it. It's a human instinct. Bro. You catching it that you judging on that's a different thing, but instantly people be judging as soon as they see something.
Well, that's what you have to do.
What's
like,
how we
catch
gather
it.
information?
yeah, like you gotta have the self awareness to catch that you're being biased, and then in that barista example, be like, you know what, I'm gonna give this motherfucker a chance.
Yeah.
And that is gonna change your whole perspective on what a barista is capable of. That looks like a little Latina lady. You feel me?
Yeah.
But until we give somebody a chance, we're never gonna shift our perception.
It's true.
Right.
That's true.
Tell that to those producers
I'll
on
just-
Broadway.
That's actually a very, very good motherfucking line. Say that one more time because I feel like that's part of the PowerPoint. You know what I'm saying?
I was like, I don't even remember what I said.
We rewind it. Just watch the episode.
Just watch the episode.
Or pay $5K.
Don't pay back. Oh, Lord.
I promised you that I would only keep it at an hour. We're definitely over that mark.
I was about to say my aunt's like downstairs. I gotta head to mom. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I got you right now. We'll shift it over to a. Wait, your mom is really picking you up?
My aunt. Yeah.
Oh, your aunt.
Speaking of aunts, yeah.
Where they going?
Right now. Damn, you got like a really supportive family. Good for you.
I
know.
know.
Yeah.
I'm lucky. Yeah.
Shout out to
That's
them.
nice.
It's like shit. Man, that's just beautiful. Quick side story before our last segment. Anytime, and I do genuinely mean that, because anytime I do come across supportive families, not to say that not our entire family isn't supportive, but
Came with a deep breath.
Wait, y'all related?
That's my cousin.
Oh shit. Okay. No wonder you were like, oh, that aunt.
Yeah.
However, my pops and my moms, they're a whole different story. So when H and I cross paths and her parents would call her, and I'll be like, your parents call you? And I'm like, for what? And she was like, oh, just to check in and see how I'm doing. And I'm like, really? Fuck. Like, that's really nice. My parents never did that. And so for me to hear that your mom did, or I don't know if she now does them again, your taxes, and that your aunt's picking you up, I think that's absolutely beautiful. So that's why
Shout
I
out to them. Shout out to them.
Shout out to them.
So I feel like always give thanks, because man, not everybody has that.
Yeah.
And not that I care that I didn't have it, but it's like when I see it, I'm like, wow, I give props. We're gonna switch over to our last segment, which is what we titled "Last Call for Words." So, last call for words, Drizzo.
That was a great episode. Thank you, my brother. You inspired me a lot. You know what I'm saying? From Facebook, TikTok, getting the bag and saying, fuck it, I'm out, because I'm not faking shit no more. I'm getting my closet just with with one wardrobe.
Yes.
I'm not splitting this fucking closet no more. And to starting your own business, brother, you are an example of people got to take their value and what they are and bringing it out there and starting your own business and doing what you're doing, man. And, you know, hopefully people get something out of it, because that's a good story, man. I appreciate it.
Pabel, it's been an absolute pleasure. You literally lived up to every expectation I have built up in my brain about you. Thank you so much for coming, man. Thank you very much for joining us. What are your last call for words?
Wait.
No, we go to you.
Oh, we go to okay, my fault. I would say like the word that comes to mind is fear. People always ask me like, yo, if I'm trying to create content, like what should I do? And I would say, and most people have like jobs while they try to create content as well. So I would say you got to let go of the fear of being fired. Like when I went viral, I could have not made that post because I was like, oh, I'm still working here. What are they going to think? And it's not that I wanted to get fired. I still wanted to work there. And I stayed there for months after. But letting go of the fear of being fired allowed me to be my most authentic self. So you got to let go of that fear.
My man, just dropping bombs.
Yeah.
This whole fucking episode is bombs.
Shit is bad, that over here. Do not play. My man.
Oh, fear. Yo, another one. Lovely, honorable Lady H.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for coming. I'm going to go into this meeting with my potential agent that has seeked me out with my guns blazing. Be like, I need $5,000 for every visit I get. I need a Broadway show with my own fucking billing. I need all the big projects you got. Everything. No less. I can do it myself.
Guns
Thank
blazing.
You. Yeah.
Guns motherfucking blazing.
So do you want to be my white translator or not?
It's absolutely true, man. It's either the white translator or the white co-signer.
Yeah.
Yo, I appreciate the transparency, man, in this entire conversation, because sometimes it is partially fear. You know, and not partially, a lot of it is fear, man. Like, people don't want to hear what the fuck we saying. A lot of the shit that we say, man, you know, I just words, but yo, you know, to someone else, this might be meaningful, might not. It's hateful, it's triggering, it's all this other shit. And it encompasses a lot, because the ultimate reality is words do matter and all that kind of good shit. But, you know, it's scary to think that we do live in a world where someone feels that, not feels, but it can be, the analogy could be that they're a martyr, because they're putting themselves out first in order for somebody else to do great. The first dude that said I'm gay publicly and before the don't ask, don't tell law came about, that nigga got kicked out of the military. They didn't get no medals or none of that shit. Then after he got fucking dropped, then the law and then it changed things for anybody else. I believe, I'm not my history on LGBT community, but I'm just using it as an analogy, an example, that it's wild that we need to take these leaps, and it's kind of, it's hurtful at the same time that, yo, the idea that the person that does take this leap might be left behind. And seeing you take the leap, but most importantly, verbalizing and reminding yourself, I'm always gonna be better, and I'm only gonna continue to get better. My rate is only gonna go fucking up.
Word up.
I am raising them, by the way.
Word up. Fuck that. As you should.
And it's like, yo, that's the type of talk we need to hear. That's the type of talk we need to be sharing, rather than the whole fear shit.
Right.
Because that whole fear shit is so, it's fearful, it's stigmatizing. So remind yourself that with time, with experience, with knowledge, just as much as you build up that resume, you also need to build yourself up. And by building yourself up, you do come with a new motherfucking price tag.
There you go. There you go.
My name is Ron Kane. This is Just Words Nobody Cares. And we're out.
Yes.
Oh, man.
I'm proud to be the minister and of the bravery they showed throughout the event.
Mr. Speaker. No, I've indicated to the member that I will not call him when he is not properly dressed. The member will resume his seat. A point of order.
Your memo made reference to those that have cultural attire. You have allowed other cultures to wear what's right for them. Why are you denying Māori culture their attire and his heitiki?
The expression that is used in the standing orders is business attire. Business attire is something on which I have consulted. The members chose not to respond to the consultation. That is their choice. I have been guided and will continue to be guided in these matters by the views of members. I'm not absolutely required to do that, but I do want to make it clear that the significant majority of members who responded made it clear that ties were part of business attire. And we could have a long discussion on this, and I have had it in my office with a number of members, and as I've indicated at least twice to the House, my own sympathies are with an abandonment of ties, but that is not the view of members who responded. Supplementary question. No, the member cannot take a point of order. The member cannot take a point of order. I do not recognise the member. He will now leave the chamber.
not about ties, it's about cultural identity.